Let's pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness have appointed the offices of leaders and legislative assemblies for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor us, your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen. Good afternoon, honorable members. We are having a new majority leader. Honorable Mwindi, these seats are not just written name. What is written there is a serious business. I'm not saying you're not serious, but it's okay. Let's continue. Good afternoon, honorable members. It's an afternoon, and I would request the clerk to start us off.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
May I invite Honorable Frederick Kitetu, Chairperson, Environment and Natural Resources, to come forward and present a paper. Honorable Kitetu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Frederick Kitetu is my name, MCA Kombe Ward, and also the Chairperson, Environment and Natural Resource Committee. Honorable Speaker, I wish to lay the following paper on the table of the Assembly today, Tuesday, 7 October 2025. Report on Environment and Natural Resource Committee on the performance of the Department of the Climate Change for the year 2023-2024. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. We have a paper to be laid by Honorable Johanna Munyao, the Vice Chairperson, County Assembly Service Board. I don't see him. May I ask Honorable Felix Ngui to hold the brief?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm already brief for my colleague, Mheshimiwa Honorable Joanna Munyao. Honorable Speaker, I wish to lay the following papers on the table of the Assembly today, Tuesday, 7th October 2025. 1, the operational report of the County Assembly Service Board for the financial year 2023-2024. And 2, the operational report of the County Assembly Service Board for the financial year 2024-2025. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
May I invite Honorable Frederick Kitetu, Chairperson, Environment and Natural Resources, to come forward and give a notice of motion.
Thank you once again, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that, pursuant to the standing order 195, Honorable Speaker, I wish to give notice of motion that, pursuant to standing order 195, this House adopts the report on Environment and Natural Resource Committee on the performance of the Department of Climate Change for the year 2023-2024, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 7 October 2025. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. May I invite once again Honorable Felix Ngui to come forward and give a notice of motion on behalf of Honorable Joanna Munyao.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Once again, I'm already brief for Mheshimiwa Joanna. Honorable Speaker, I wish to give notice of a motion that, pursuant to Section 36 of the County Assembly Services Act 2017, this House adopts the operational report of the County Assembly Service Board for the financial year 2023-2024, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 7th October 2025. Again, Madam Speaker, I wish to give notice of a motion that, pursuant to Section 36 of County Assembly Services Act 2017, this Honorable House adopts an operational report of the County Assembly Service Board for the financial year 2024-2025, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 7th October 2025. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Felix Ngui. Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
We have several statements, their responses. And the first one is a statement sought by Honorable Joshua Mwanga. Is Mheshimiwa Joshua Mwanga here? Not available. And we said if the seeker of a statement is not there, we don't proceed with the said statement. Is that so? So then that statement was to be responded by Honorable Daniel Moindi. I think that's why he came to sit, and the majority leader in preparation to jump to the to the microphone to respond. Yeah, but I want to deliver bad news, Honorable Moindi, that we can't proceed without the seeker of the motion, because we have to ask them whether they are satisfied or not satisfied. So at this point, I don't wish even to proceed with the same. We'll reschedule it and give you an opportunity to respond next time when Honorable Mwanga is available. Thank you. The next statement is from Honorable Kavyu on status of Kwamasai Boho. Honorable Kavyu is also not present. And as we have just said earlier, that we cannot proceed with the response of a statement when the seeker is not there. So the same way, it will reschedule this one again, Honorable Moindi, so that you can respond next time we ballot for it, okay? All right, we have the third statement sought by Honorable Paul Wambua. Similarly, Honorable Paul Wambua is there? I'm sorry. You're so quiet today. I'm not feeling your presence. At this point, therefore, I invite Honorable Daniel Moindi to come forward and respond to a statement sought by Honorable Paul Wambua. Honorable Moindi, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My name is Daniel Muindi. I represent the great people of Modesia. Madam Speaker, this statement was sought on Tuesday morning, 5th August 2025 at 10 a.m. from the Chairperson Water and Irrigation Committee on the following. 1. What measures is the county government undertaking to desilt the dams and reconstruct the eroded embankment in the 2025-2026 financial year to restore water access for residents of Kibauni Ward? 2. What additional water-related projects are planned for implementation in Kibauni Ward during the 2025-2026 financial year to ensure the provision of clean water, clean and safe water within a reasonable distance? Honorable Speaker, I therefore wish to state that the Department of Water and Irrigation responded as follows. That the department has already procured material for repair of Kwambiti Ball, which will be repaired after the test pumping unit is serviced. The department has also planned to undertake the following project during the year 2025-2026. 1. Construction of sand dam along Linde River. 2. Construction of public toilet at Egalaza Market. However, due to budgetary constraint, the department will not be able to implement most of the above mentioned projects during the current financial year, but will be considered in the year 2026-2027. The county government is committed to ensure sustainable water availability to the residents of Machakos County. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. At this point, I want to invite Honorable Paul Wambua to state whether he's satisfied with the response or not.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And thank you, my Chairman Water, for the response. Madam Speaker, I had sought a statement to seek to know the status of several dams and several boreholes. And I have only heard of one that will be repaired, which is Kwambiti borehole. Madam Speaker, to say the least, I think water has become a historical problem in this county and Ukambani at large. And I would urge this House that we give that docket sufficient funds. And I also urge this House that when we give funds, we also follow to ensure that projects are done. And Madam Speaker, personally, I would say that each ward has its own unique problems. Mavoko is served by Mavwasco, so I can say that to some extent they have water. Kibauni is served by Mwala Water and Sewerage Company, which does not do anything to give people water. I would urge the government of Machakos to look at each ward uniquely. Each ward has its own unique characteristics. For instance, we are going towards, it's towards the rainy season. You will not tell me that, and sorry for Mheshimiwa Nduki for using your ward as an example. You will not tell me that when we give seedlings for planting, most people in Mavoko do not have farms. So in a ward like mine, those farm seedlings will be required. In a ward like mine, I need roads. And I would ask the governor and her team to sit down with each member of the ward. There are things that need to be done between now and 2027. If we are to get some little bit of mercy from the population, then there are things we need to do, especially roads, water, health, and education. These are very key things that we need to be keen to do. But I would also ask the chairman, talk to Waziri Kuyu, the new one. Funny enough, water has had 5 ministers so far. The one before Kuyu lasted only 3 months. I think she was on transit to where probably she is right now. Talk to Waziri. You cannot tell me that if a borehole breaks down, we'll have to wait for another budget cycle to repair that borehole. We need to have miscellaneous funds in that docket to ensure that these small things are repaired as we go on. Because a borehole breaks down and it forces people to go a further 3 kilometers probably to get water. So let's all work towards talking some little bit of this sense into the people handling this department. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I am partially satisfied. Yes, because most of the things I had asked were not addressed, but I'll follow up with the department. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Paul, is that your different statements were separate. So then they're still coming.
Yeah.
So are you satisfied with this one, or you are not?
I'm saying I'm partially because I've only heard of one borehole that is being repaired. And right now, there are other boreholes like Kitile borehole, which has broken down. Mheshimiwa Ngui knows that area. And those people are now trekking another 3 kilometers to River Adi to get water. So some of these things, we need emergency funds to repair some of these things. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Then in that case, I take it that you are not satisfied, and because there is nothing like partially. Yeah, there is never in between.
I am not satisfied, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. That now brings me to the next one, the next issue, that this statement is referred back to the Water and Irrigation Committee to inquire and table a report in the House on or before 4th November 2025. So that statement is to go back there, and then it is tabled again. This time round, we expect a satisfactory report. Honorable Mwindi. Next order.
Order number 8, motion approval of report of the Auditor General on financial statements of Machakos County Executive Revenue Fund for the financial year ended 30th June 2023.
At this point, may I invite Honorable Philip Ndolo, Chairperson, Public Accounts and Investment Committee, to come forward and present this motion. Honorable Ndolo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm Philip Mtua, representing Mitaboni Ward and also Chair Public Accounts and Investment Committee. Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the motion that, pursuant to Standing Order 185, this House adopts the report of the Public Accounts and Investment Committee on the consideration of report of the Auditor General on financial statement of Machakos County Executive Revenue Fund for the year ended 30th June 2023, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 8th July 2025. And I would like to ask Honorable Wanjiru to second to the motion.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Thank you, Honorable Wanjiru. I now propose the question that, pursuant to Standing Order 185, this House adopts the report of Public Accounts and Investment Committee on the consideration of the report of the Auditor General for financial statements of Machakos County Executive Revenue Fund for the year ended 30th June 2023, laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 8th July 2025. Before I invite you members to debate on this motion, I request the mover to come and highlight on the report. Honorable Ndolo, come and highlight on the report, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, once again. I would like to request, under your permission, that I read the executive summary, page 3.
Yes.
Committee General Observation,
Madam
page
Chair.
22.
Point of information.
Okay. Point of information granted.
Madam Speaker, sometimes back you ruled that some of these reports, when they are to be tabled here, they be shared with us at least 24 hours. This report is very detailed, and it was shared at 12 when we were leaving the first plenary. And personally, I've tried to go through it, and it's diverse. And Madam Speaker, even as the mover shares highlights, for us to be able to review it and give important inputs, I wish to request that you guide us so that we can have time to look at it, and also whoever was sharing the report, if they don't mind, they can also share with us the auditor report that they were making reference to, so that even as we go through it, we can do some comparative analysis for us to give some meaningful contribution when that time is ready. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Do
Madam
I
Speaker.
take it to mean that members have not...
Madam Speaker.
Yes. Yes, yes, Honorable.
Yes.
Majority.
With your indulgence,
Yes.
we came here this afternoon because we had business to transact. it is becoming very difficult to have members here. Parliament has started only 20 minutes ago and sent us home. So I would prefer that we go through this report. Let the chairman give us his part so that we don't take it back to the House Business Committee for balloting. It is difficult to collect members, especially for afternoon sessions. And we have a quorum. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Maybe Chair, just to clarify,
Okay,
I'm not asking we take it back to the House business for balloting.
Yes.
And the majority leader needs to pay attention. I was saying once the chair shares the brief with us,
Yes.
the same way we did with the implementation committee report, it was introduced, then we allowed time, and the debate continued, and we were able to adopt the report today after exhaustively looking at it. So it is on the same ground, because there is no need for us just being taken through a report that we have not had sufficient time to look. So I'm not asking it to be deferred back. The chair can still share brief, so that even as we look at it as members, we'll still have that highlight. But I was seeking that we be granted time so that it's not a simple report. Thank you, Madam Chair, Speaker.
Honorable members, I'm being requested to allow members read and understand this report before we can debate it. And I'm almost being persuaded towards that direction, because I don't want any member to be left behind simply because they were not able to look at this report deeply. It's a report that we need really to be alert and to be equipped before we debate. And it is on that basis then I would request that we defer this matter to the next sitting, that is next Tuesday. Of course, to have it continued. On Monday, we reballot it and put it fixed for continuation. And it is so ordered, members, unless we still have reservations on that directive. Of course, you may not change much, but I'll give you an opportunity.
Speaker, you've made a ruling.
I've made a ruling.
Yes, so I don't think you should.
I'm not contradicting the Speaker, please.
Okay. Can say what
Thank you,
want to
Madam
say.
Speaker. If the Speaker gives me permission to speak, allow me to speak. Madam Speaker, thank you for your guidance. I would just like to make a prayer to the House Business Committee. Most of the times they allocate time for this report in the afternoon, and as we've heard, they are hefty, detailed, and they need members when they are fresh. I request, it is a prayer, that these reports be allocated time mostly in the mornings, if it is possible, so that the members are able to indulge, so that later we will not be blamed for bringing reports late. You remember there's a time we brought reports and the House said the reports have been overtaken by time, and this was the very cause. Every time they were brought in the afternoon, they were deferred. So it is a prayer, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
And I'll tell you, Honorable Wanjiru, that there's no one who will tell you that your report is late, so long as it is just landed itself on the floor of the House. So long as it has landed here today, it is within the House now. What we have just done is that we defer it to next week for continuation. So it's with us. It's not late. We cannot be, no one should tell you that your report is late. Yes, so thank you, members. But would also urge the House business then to consider, as she has requested, to have these matters that have so much mathematics and figures in the morning when we are alert. I'm not saying that there is business that should be brought, specifically meant to be brought in the afternoon when members are tired, but she has made a request, and members of the House Committee are here together with their clerk. You have heard the prayer, so reconsider. We have come to the end of our afternoon session. And I therefore state that the House adjourns to Wednesday, 8th October 2025 at 10 a.m. in the morning. See you then, members.